Today I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video for you guys as we come up on 15 years of collecting Lego, as well as 10 years on the channel. But for today I thought I'd just overall look back on some of my favorite overall builds for the past 15 years, which I do still have most of the things that I've built over the years, though some of them I have gotten rid of and switched out for other things, but a lot of them have actually stayed in the collection from the very beginning. Some have just been taken out of the city, and overall a lot of it's just down to just personal preference, and a lot of it's actually stuff from the last 10 years. So, which honestly kind of surprised me, because I think over half my collection is before 2015. So that is what really surprised me when just thinking up my top 5 favorites of all time, which to probably kick this list off, which to even kick it off was a bit of a hard choice, but we've got the Lego Scooby-Doo Mystery Mansion set, which overall I loved the build from the start, but then also the timing for actually getting the set was just couldn't have been better, because I actually got this 2 weeks before the 50th anniversary back in 2019. And so I spent the 50th anniversary of Scooby-Doo building the set. So when I ended up getting it, it was already retired. And it's like, yeah, that's going right in the city. There's no way I'm not passing up on that. And at the time, that was like the closest thing Lego had to an inverted corner, because they hadn't done anything inverted at that point, and it would take still another 6 years to even give us an official inverted corner modular building. It's like, so getting that set was a definite must for not only my Lego collection, but my Scooby-Doo collection as well, which is still growing, but not growing at the pace that I would like, because there is still a few things that I want to add to it. And then at number 4, we've actually got to go all the way to the other end of the city here for the Lion Knights castle, which I was very much tempted to get a second copy before it retired. Didn't happen, so very happy to just even have one copy of the set. And so, because I didn't know what was gonna go in this back corner of the layout, And then when Lego came out with this for the 90th anniversary a couple years ago, I was like, yeah, hands down, I'm getting one of these. And that was downright one of the best build experiences I have ever had and probably ever will. And it's, I'm probably never taken that apart, but man, that build experience is one that probably will never be topped, at least for me. Definitely any of the recent modulars hasn't topped it, that's for sure. And speaking of modular buildings, there is one out of the last 15 that is on this list, and it's actually the one that kicked off the whole collection for me. And this isn't off just nostalgia for it or anything, but it's just the overall feel for this build and just the diversity for it. But we've got set 10246, the Detective's Office from 2015, which I just loved the overall aspect of the old school detective agency and the barbershop built in and the pool hall built in there. It's just everything they put into that build was just wonderful, and the build techniques for the time were just awesome. And so that's why I still rank the Detective's Office relatively high, especially with the fact that over just 2025 I've built the Grand Emporium, Brick Bank, Tudor Corner, Pet Shop, and seeing how the modulars have advanced and in some cases gone backwards in build style. In my case with some of it, but it's like, I'm not a big fan of the roof style for the Tudor Corner, but everything else with the exterior for it was great. But the Detective's Office is still just one of those modulars that can basically be placed with absolutely any of the modular buildings of the current day, and it'll look great. And then we've got at number 2, we've got the Minifig Scale 1989 Batmobile, which when I built this, I wasn't really expecting anything too special, but boy was I surprised when I built this, and it was a downright wonderful experience. And I was very much blown away with everything, even for the fact that this was only a $45 set. And so for the price for it, I wasn't expecting too much. And especially for the fact that I was holding out hope for the animated series Batmobile, especially for the fact that that was $60 and this was $15 less, and I got more of a much better experience build-wise out of this than I did the animated series one. It's like, I'll take this over the animated series one any day, and I just love the overall finished product for this. So it's just, this is probably my favorite mini scale Batmobile in my Batman collection, though it's just a overall great build for Batman scene. Though it's not the one I'm going to be using for the Arkham Asylum scene, it's still going to be a nice one for the display that I'm going to be doing. And then at number 1, which shouldn't be really a surprise to anybody. We've got the 2024 Lego delivery truck, which is basically a remake of one of my first sets. So this set, even being on this list, was kind of a no-brainer, and I built this Christmas Day last year, and I felt like I was basically starting over with Lego as I was building this set, and it was just a wonderful experience from start to finish. And when it was all over, I honestly didn't want it to end. So that was part of the reason why I wish I could get another one, but I know I can't, because I think this one would make a great investment set to just hold on to a couple of them for the future. But overall, this was one of the best build experiences that I've had in recent memory, and it's probably a collection that I'll continue if Lego continues coming out with these Lego delivery truck sets, just because the build experience for just simple semi trucks like this is just kind of soothing for me, vehicle wise, just like the modular buildings are every year. So that is a look at my top 5 favorite builds of all time, though probably any of these sets in my city could probably end up on this list outside of my mock buildings or the town hall, which I didn't end up building that, so I'm automatically disqualifying that from this list. But everything else could have qualified, but the Lego delivery truck pretty much takes the cake on this. So you guys can tell me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because I will do more in the future.